All right, my good people. Hope everybody's doing well. I hope you are staying safe in these troublesome times. Um, hope everybody's account is still in good standing. Man, I was green until Friday, man. Yeah, not a good Friday. My first red Friday in a month. So all good. We'll get it back. We'll get it back. I'm on my Bluetooth headphones, so if the sound is not the greatest, I apologize. But this will kind of be a quick one. Um, I'll try to make it quick. So anyway, we start with the bonds. Bonds are a little funny right now, man, because during war or whatever, and everything is going on. Are we at war? Are we not? Who knows? But just talking technicals, um, man, I kind of want to see the bonds pull back into into this range here. Um, we've taken we took quarter four from last year um, on the 10 year and the 5 year, but we created our divergence here on the T bonds. So we've created all this basically this trend line liquidity here. Um, but we do have a little divergence here in the 10 year note and the T bond, um, well, and the 5 year also. So I mean, gosh, man, anything can really happen from here. I'm more inclined to say that we don't move higher at the moment, um, but we'll have to wait and see. Nobody's really putting their money into the dollar right now, so we'll see. So if we move over to Dixie, Dixie is just filling in imbalances everywhere, right? So these red squares that I have are all volume imbalances, right? So if you look on the monthly, we just filled in this monthly imbalance here. If you look on the weekly, we fill in this gap here. Um, and we have on the 4 hour, we have a nice volume imbalance to fill in also. Now, here's what's here's the crazy thing. Let's go to the weekly real quick. Oh, let me move backwards. I move that. Okay. So what we actually did, we ran out. Dang, why I keep moving this? What we did, we ran out the 2025 low, and then we shifted structure here. So we have an internal breaker structure here, but then we had our shift here. So from here, what I would like to see, I would actually like to see the dollar move higher back into this monthly gap off of here. If we do fail, we could, go for this low down at 95. Now, should we not move higher, or if we do something like this, we start the week moving lower and then we move up to fill in this imbalance. If we respect this imbalance here and we decide to move lower, these two daily candles that I marked out right at 96.83 and 96.56. These will be my targets, my first targets along with this volume imbalance, right? But if we do respect it and then we move higher off of this, right here at 100, whoa, I'm going crazy. This thing, oh, there we go. Right here at 100 would be my target, right? So I would like to see the dollar do something like this if we're going to respect it, if we're going to respect the weekly gap. But if we're going to invert that gap, these will be my targets, and then ultimately the low down here, going ahead to 95. But I really would like us to move into this monthly gap, so I'm kind of expecting that. So if we go to the Euro multi chart, actually, same thing, inverse. Let me go here. Correct. All right. So we actually took our 2025 high, shifted structure here, and now we come into premium of this range, right? And we do have a weekly gap that we could respect and bounce off, or we could invert. Um, if we go to the daily, um, I mean, we've been dumping, until last week. Now, we had a slight gap right here on the daily, but I'm expecting a little more downside, and I'm actually expecting something like this to start the week. We move down to start the week. There's a 4 hour we could fill in, but I am expecting a midweek push, and then to fall off. If we're looking at just structure, you had your shift here. You had another break of structure. Here's our range. This POI is really where I'm looking. Um, right around where are we at with this? 117, 300. I'll call it 400 to 117, 600. And that would put us, well, yeah, one between those two areas, right? So, uh, GU is a bit stronger now. GU could come take this high of the week. I'm sorry, our current high of the year. Um, and we could just continue distributing up for a couple days. Now, excuse me, with GU's chart isn't as pretty as EU's. So if you're looking to trade one, I would trade the euro with it being weaker as well. Um, but we just been building. Let me move this current. Um, just 3 weeks in a row, we've just been moving to the upside. So we don't have any real structure. It's just kind of been in a range for the last 3 quarters. So um, kind of tough to play it, but I am expecting more downside. We've had 3 bullish weeks in a row, but I would like to see some sort of, either we take the high, and then we manipulate up and then move down towards this daily gap. If we do shift structure, this gap will be definitely will be a target. So let's just go over to let's go to Bitcoin. We'll go to Bitcoin next. Bitcoin is interesting because we definitely finally broke out of this this range right here that we've been in, at 76, and 64 and 76, right? So we barely tapped into this weekly gap right here. Now, what I'm expecting is a continued move up into this gap. Now, we had our sweep here, and then we shifted structure, right? So, like, again, drop, base, rally, drop, base, rally. I'm expecting the same exact thing down to my area here, right below 40, 49. So, um, but we've had 4 straight weeks of upside, and um, I would like to see a movement here. So we do have a daily gap we could get into here, fill in that gap, respect the weekly, and then I think you'll see Bitcoin turn over. If you look at the 4 hour on Bit on Bitcoin, we've been respecting this kind of channel, right? Um, so we just kind of been bouncing off, bouncing off, bouncing off, and if I draw this out a little bit more, right? So it lines up perfectly. Forgot fly. All right, so it lines up perfectly, you know, for us to maybe play around here. Let's get this drawn too, right? So play around, bounce, maybe get into here, something like that, right? Um, so that's ultimately what I would like to see, on Bitcoin. And again, down here, start buying it all. start buying it all. So same thing with ETH. Uh, it's just been respecting this channel here. I'm sorry it's so condensed, but literally just have been respecting this, and then uh, reversion to the mean here, and we have these two daily gaps. The daily chart actually on ETH looks good. So again, same thing. I would like it to see it. May not get all the way up here to 2,800, but around 25, I'm looking for shorts. Um, I'll start looking for shorts. Um, but again, we broke out of the same range, right? We in this range, finally breaking out, but there's just no real drive with ETH. Like you have these pushes up, and then it just sells off. Push up, and then sells back off. So we can get one more push up if we can get back up to 28. Which would be lovely, and then we could fill in some of these gaps, and then we just roll over. So I'll take the shorts down. I'll take the elevator down. You know, not looking for any longs. Only shorts once we get to the area. So gold is interesting. Gold is interesting. Finally, I think we start to roll over on gold. Um, we're in this weekly gap still, this large weekly gap. But if you look on the daily, so I have this structure drawn out on the daily. We barely tapped, right, 50%. We filled in this volume imbalance here. Now, gold could very well keep pushing up, right? I'm inclined right now, as I look on the 4 hour, right? We're just structure wise on the 4 hour. We broke structure to the upside immediately reversed, and uh, we had our structure break, our shift in structure here, right? So once we shifted our structure here, this is more of 1 hour. Let me go to the 1 hour because this is more of our 1 hour structure. All right, that looks better. All right, so we shifted our structure here, rally, drop, broke structure again. So now, right now, we're in this range, right? In this range. So yet to break structure, right? Yet to close below here, which is right at, man, did we get a close right there? No, we did. All right, but right there at 46.86. All right, so don't have a close yet, right? But I can't be bullish. I can't be bullish on here until we were to break 40, 48, right? That's when I'll be truly bullish. So what I would like to see, I'd like to see us to sell off, right? To start the week. Now, we don't have to get as far as here, but this will be my target. If we do sell off and get here, I'm taking longs back up. I'm just going to ping pong short, long, short. Now, I'm going to wait for confirmation here, but I do expect it to get here, and I do expect it to get here. So I would like to take the longs back up. I would like to take the shorts down, longs up, shorts back down, right? And I would like to see us start breaking structure again, and then on a higher time frame, this level right here at 46.25, I would like to see us break that as well. All-time highs. Man, how do you really trade it? What can you really do? And day by day, right? Can't keep fading this, waiting, trying to call the top. So you're best off just playing it long every single day until it rolls over. So right now, we just shifted structure on the weekly. So we're to the upside daily. We do have this weekly gap we just created. Um, so if we do decide to roll over and come into the weekly gap, cool. And then maybe we see some upside, and same thing as gold. Maybe see some upside, and then we roll back over. NQs looks a little bit stronger than the other two. Well, not even a little bit. This thing is just gapping up. It's just doing whatever it wants to do daily. So what I'd say is just I'm looking for longs until I'm not. I don't want to fade this. I don't want to fade this move. This is just crazy. So it ate up 6 months of candles in the first 2 weeks. And that's well, first 3 weeks. Just completely ate it up. Well, really, it did it in 2 weeks. Well, 3 weeks, whatever. Yeah. So um, if we do get a pullback, I'm playing the shorts close. I'm not holding very long. You just never know with what's going on. YM is a little bit weaker, and this is interesting, right? So look, we had our candle, we swept the previous week high, and then we created our weekly gap. Now, this will be something to target. So if we are going to be bullish this week, I do expect us to, to start diving into these this weekly candle. And funny enough, yeah, I was in shorts on Friday, and it just never moved. It just never did anything after open. So kind of got stuck watching candles paint all day. But with that said, we do have a target for the week. So any movement above weekly open, I will be looking to target the weekly gap for um, for YM. Now, oil is interesting. Let me take this back. All right. All right. So with oil, what we had, well, on the 1 hour, do, 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 do. Well, it's just been falling off, right, because of news, right? So we've been selling off, and then we had a little doji because everybody's chatting, nobody knows what's going on. We hit that target already. So, yeah. Do, do, do. So from here, um, because the 1 hour is really the most interesting time frame, right? We broke structure here, and then we came back and shifted structure right up here at the blue line, right? I don't know why this is here. And we shifted structure right here at the blue line. So now I don't know if we're going to sell off and come fill in some of this imbalance down here at 84. Well, between 85 and 84, right? If we come in and fill some of this in, it quite possible, and then we get some news and we take off. Um, or with oil, you just never know; it just could continue moving to the upside. So, but to the upside, we have gaps we can fill in here. We have a bunch of liquidity to run here. We have more gaps, more volume imbalances to fill in. Or this thing could just take off back up to all-time highs if we get some war news. So be very careful trading oil. What I would like to see, I would like to see it continue while they're talking. I would like to see it continue move down on oil, and then maybe we get some kind of pump on news or whatnot. Now, Euro GPP, I got Euro weak as hell right now. And I fully expect it to come down to 86. So if you're trading forex, any of the euro pairs, um, if you're anything bearish, trade the euro versus pound. And if you're bullish on that asset, trade the pound versus the euro. Um, Aussie had a little doji candle, Aussie New Zealand, but I'm still bullish on Aussie. This thing has just been ripping, and that's a lot of gold related um, stuff because Aussie is more correlated with gold. So I'm continue to be bullish on Aussie at the minute versus New Zealand. This is seriously my favorite forex play right now, cash shelf. Just buy and just hold for the week. Um, because Cat, I think Cat is going to be one of your stronger pairs this week. Bunch of news for Cat. This is why I think there's going to be a bunch of oil news and war news. So I think we're going to rip. Um, but the chart is freaking beautiful, especially on the daily, right? Come down. We swept that out. Failure swing. Shifted. weekly, filled that in, respected that, and so this is my first target here at 57,929, and my not final TP, but second target would be right here at 58,463. So I'm looking for a move under open um, when we open tomorrow, and I'll be looking for a move up. But I would love to see all of this get ran in one weekly candle, and it could happen with news. Um, so what I have this week, oh no, we don't need that, is I'm gonna have the dollar as our strongest asset, followed by CAD, Aussie pound, Euro, New Zealand, Chef, and JPY. So these are going to be your shorts. These are going to be your longs. If you're looking at news, there's some JPY news. You're probably that's going to be your manipulation for the week. So you probably have a Tuesday high of the week or Tuesday low of the week. Um, and you have a bunch of Aussie news, a bunch of CAD news. We have FOMC this week, so um, yeah, and we'll see what happens, man. This you almost forget about regular news with all the tweets and everything coming out. It's crazy. So um, and then we have some pound euro news to end the week, some more CAD news and more US USD news. So it's gonna be fun this week, man. It's gonna be a lot of moving and shaking this week. You're gonna see a lot of wicks thrown, so uh, be careful, respect your stop losses, take your money, take profit, and good luck this week. So I see your boys on the charts.